And I'm Casey Tyler.
Today is July 20th. It is 3:03 in the afternoon, and it's a beautiful day outside with a temperature of 85 degrees.
Today in the news of the Cold War, well, there isn't much to say. They're still fighting!
What? Okay. This just in. Neil Armstrong and Edwin Aldrin Jr. have just landed on the moon.
And here's Brian Sandoval at the scene.
Sandoval, you're on the moon with Neil Armstrong and stuff. Give me a pose, Neil. So, how does it... Oh.
Well, at first, it was kind of doubtable after they sent Lake of the Dog to space. I thought it was pretty impossible to beat. But I knew, if we stuck as a team, it could be done. The U.S. got nothing on us.
Yeah, beautiful girls all over the world. So, how does it feel to make this most honorable achievement?
We've been at this since October 4th, 1957, with the USR launching the first man-made satellite into orbit. I remember on November 3rd, 1957, they sent the dog Laika.
Laika's an interesting name.
Yes it is.
Yes, it is. So you got anything to say to those people over there watching this beautiful broadcast?
As a matter of fact, I do. I want to thank people who believed in us and always trusted us to get the job done. This is a great accomplishment for the Americans, and I like it to end off by saying, that's one step for a man, one giant leap for mankind.
Please take your foot off mine. You look pretty groovy like that. Alright, going back to the studio, Jenna.
Thank you, Brian, for that informative interview with Mr. Neil Armstrong.
For over a decade, the United States and the Soviet Union were engaged in a very heated competition. This competition was called the space race. The space race first began in 1957, where the USSR launched the first artificial satellite, which was the Sputnik. The Sputnik is a Russian word for traveler. The United States launches its first satellite, Explorer 1.
The Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev and the American presidents Dwight Eisenhower, John Kennedy, Lyndon Johnson, and Richard Nixon all agreed that conquering outer space will be very important. Both countries want to win, to prove their dominance and to show how strong their military is. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, also known as NASA, is formed in the United States. NASA is the federal agency devoted to exploring space.
In 1968, the United States launches Apollo 11.
Apollo 11 was a spaceship the U.S. astronauts Neil Armstrong and Edwin Aldrin used to make it to the moon. Armstrong is the first man to walk on the moon and was followed by Buzz Aldrin.
In the end, the United States won the space race. The Soviet and U.S. leaders knew that being the first country to land on the moon would be an extremely important immediate event.
The world watched each country's progress with great interest. Scientists and government leaders in both countries were under intense pressure to meet tough deadlines.
Well, Jenna, this is a fine day to be an American.
Go us!
This just in. A recent video has been leaked to YouTube featuring Nat Kizzle, Ben Sizzle with his new song, Warning USSR. Here is the video.
Let's do this, check it.
Hey, check it, Mr. Benson spin a record. Russia tried to hang, but they clearly came in second. The race took flight when they sent a satellite. After that, the U.S. couldn't send the sight. But the USSR sent another one to the star, except this one they held a dog behind bars with. That the U.S. couldn't stand the fact that Russia was ahead, and the fact that they thought that they were all that. The U.S. got the Explorer and sent it for a tour, and you would think that the problem dealt because we found a radiation belt. And they thought our son would fell it and bang it for a deal. And over 3 years, but they left Russia in tears. They reacted pretty quick when they sent the third Sputnik. You can say they were fast, but I'm going to say we're a little faster because in 1958 we found the association NASA, which Russia left and fit and they quit. In the year 1959, the U.S. took a hit because Russia shut the moon too and landed on the moon. The Kennedy was on the move, and pretty soon Russia had a shot of the moon. If you think they were designed, but I beg to differ. So we put a satellite that could tell us where the weather, and we didn't stop there, we put Discovery in the air. And with that, with camera, they put Russia in despair. Russia got mad and went far sent a man who overran the earth. Imagine that was worth. And to win the race, we sent Neil into space. Just proved Russia couldn't keep the pace. Yeah! I'll be getting that for show!
Living the dream, baby!
Yes!
Yeah, fire. Quit.
Sizzle, Ben Sizzle, for that insightful video. Well, that wraps it up for your 3 o'clock news. I'm Jenna Dominguez.
And I'm Casey Tighe. Have a great afternoon and stay tuned for the news at 9.